Look at this for a view. That is what you call nature maxing right there. Start this without even knowing what I'm going to flip and say. Oh, I actually need to stop saying that. I'm going to use this trip back to just yap what's on my mind again, because that seems to work the most. Breathing in the Spanish air. I think the best thing to talk about is why I came to Barcelona. Whenever someone walks past, I can't compose myself. I need to be able to just keep speaking and like look at the camera, not pay attention to what people are doing around me. Because Ryan told me this. You boys don't know Ryan actually. A friend of mine told me this, and it's real as fuck, but no one actually looks at you recording and cares for at least longer than, let's say, 30 seconds. So yeah, I guess if you're doing content, that's one piece of advice. Probably some advice I can take myself, but don't know where I'm going with this. Just recording just to record, have something there. Think of something inspirational to say. Ryan asked, actually wait, let me go over some prompts from the one and only Ryan Get Fit. What would I tell myself if I wasn't right where I am now? Probably start content earlier. Wow, crazy inception. Makes me realize how much I actually need to extend my speech. I'm like a retard on the camera right now, but we move. I'll get better at this, hopefully, one day. Get clowned a little bit, toughen up to the social media grind a little bit, get some hate comments going, and then things will start seeping through. Or I can just embody the vlogger mentality right now. Hold my camera up high, make everyone around me think that I've been doing this for 10 billion years, and just rock with it. That's what I'm gonna do. See, that's content right there. That's some quality piece of advice right there. This is the strategy. If you guys don't know how to make content, go somewhere random, preferably a country where no one will understand what you're saying out loud, and talk for 10 minutes straight. That is fire advice. That is getting posted. That's the art of ideation right there. Nature max. Let your mind wander, and then you think of random shit to say. And no one understands what you're saying because you're in a foreign country, unless you see a tourist. W. What else? Moon looks good. Right there. What other words of wisdom can I come out with? Probably none without seeming corny. Corny. Bro, I do feel corny though. But how do I spin it into not being corny? That's how I gotta think. How do I spin feeling corny into being the man? That's corny. Why am I so red though? I was a little bit ill. That could be it. Maybe I should start just Q&Aing myself actually. That could be good. Q&A. What would I ask myself? What do you do? Nah, dead question. Why should you... Answered that already. Oh, why am I in Barcelona? Okay, that's a good question. It was about a month ago where I made the decision. Ooh. I've got an idea in mind. You guys, let's not refer to you as guys. It's one person over the screen, right? You should take, all right, who am I talking to here? Who am I talking to? What's the most relatable thing I could say? How relatable really am I? Oh, look at that. Damn. Wait, how do I make the camera just look at the view? Like that. Crazy view. Don't know if it even did it. At least it's some good B-roll. Worst case scenario. Oh, why am I not in the middle? There we go. At least it's some, worst case, it's some good B-roll. Because this place is absolutely majestic. Let me turn the camera again, get this bit. Now that, whew, now that, some majestic shit. Let's look over the edge. I also just discovered I whistle every time someone starts running by or walking by. Damn, look at that. So, there we go. Oh, crowd, good practice. What should I talk about? What do I do? What's the best part of Barcelona? Best part of Barcelona? Well, contrary to popular belief, I actually haven't gone out on a bender. That's not why I came. I got invited, sort of invited myself actually, when I made a couple bands to come and visit my friend who's also doing what I do. And he offered me a free stay at his apartment, which is sick. So I did the right thing and I bought not a one-way ticket. I bought a ticket to stay here for the rest of October. Like an absolute G. And actually, I've never worked in a cafe before I came here, so that's one thing. That's one thing I'll take back home with me in the UK. Start working in cafes more. Good environment, especially a nice cafe. So I'll do that. What else? Cycling around's been cool. A bunch of tweakers here though. But now this is not something I'm going to post, so I should probably talk about something I'll post. I don't know. It'll come to me with time. Just need to get some things out there first. How do most people start content? Let's think. They probably just post shite videos, get a bunch of slander, and then go from there. That's what I think. Also, that angle better not have looked shit. Otherwise, I might just not post it. Might have to start holding my camera up here. Get people running behind me and shit. At least it's got this extendable arm, which is handy. I feel like a psychopath chatting to the camera all my days. Let's try and get the whole take. Okay, I'm going to try and do my initial idea actually. It's nearing the end of my stay in Barcelona. And when I got here, I promised myself one thing and one thing only, and that was to at least, not even attempt, but actually get a video out on social media. And not because I'm trying to be some next influencer or famous person, but mostly because I'm at a point with what I'm doing. Oh, this better not be dark. But mostly because I'm at a point with what I'm doing is pure sustenance. And yeah, I'm in a position where I can make some money online and go places. But apart from that, it's a little bit like a glorified 9 to 5 now. The biggest thing I can do The biggest thing I could do if I didn't want to grow is not post content. So just do the opposite, which is why it makes sense to do it, no? And I was weighing up the pros and cons, and especially when you're doing this, you see all of these people with small accounts actually opening doors of opportunity, not even with big followings. And everyone tells you, oh, do this, the biggest thing you could do, post content. And the only negative anyone can come up with is, oh, I don't want to do it because I'll get judged. Don't want to do it because I have to block all my family. It's too cringe to watch. So logically, it just makes sense to do it and just pull the trigger. Especially when you know that the reason you're in Barcelona isn't because you're in a 9 to 5, it's because you've actually taken it upon yourself to go and do something, you know, have the balls to not go with the comfortable route of what you did in school. Because I kind of had it laid out for me. I could have easily gone into an engineering role. I was given a lot of opportunities in college, and I decided not to take them. Not because they wouldn't be much money, but the bigger reason is that you just don't want to be sat in a building in an office just working for someone that's not you, you know? That's the biggest reason. Let me finish this before it crashes, actually.